trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. From this question onwards, that is from the question number 17 onwards, 5 marks problem starts. Before going to the exercise problem number 17, I'll explain the problem number illustration number 17 to know better. Just I'm going to say the format alone in the illustration 17 and we are going to solve the problem exercise number 17. For the 5 marks problem, we are going to prepare the trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. We are going to prepare it. This is the final step in the single entry. So, to prepare this trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet, we require 3 things. That is, one is that credit sales, please note it down, credit purchases and opening capital. These 3 informations is important to solve the problem, to solve the balance sheet. So, credit sales can be found by using the total debtors account. With this we are able to find out the credit sales, and credit purchases can be found by preparing the total creditors account. And opening capital, these can be found, you know already how to find out the opening and closing capital. By using the statement of affairs method, we can able to find out the opening capital. So, for statement of affairs, we can able to find out the opening and closing capital. But for preparing the balance sheet, we require only the opening capital. Keep it in mind. Once again, I will say that to prepare a balance sheet, we need only the opening capital, not the closing capital. Sometimes this opening capital may be given in the question. If the opening capital is not given in the question, we have to prepare the opening capital. And closing informations in the statement of affairs will prepare by using the first column will take as a opening capital, second column will take it as a closing capital. So these closing informations used for preparing the balance sheet will use it. For preparing the balance sheet in the sense finally we will prepare the balance sheet, no. For this we will use the closing information. Once again I will repeat that. For the problems to start, we have to analyze it only 3 things. Whether credit sales is given. If the credit sales is given means no need to find it out. This credit sales is used in the trading account under the credit side. That is, we will use both cash sales and credit sales. The cash sales information is given, then cash plus credit sales we are going to read. The same way credit purchases, if the information is given, no need to find it out. If the information is not given, we are going to prepare the creditors account and we will find it. This credit purchases is used in the trading account under the debit side. Next, opening capital. If the question is given, then no need to find out. If they didn't give anything about the opening capital, we will prepare the statement of affairs to find the opening capital. First, we have to find out these 3 things. Then, we will move for the preparing of a trading profit and loss balance sheet. And again I will say this opening capital is used in the balance sheet under the liability side capital. We will write the word as a capital and write this opening capital. So closing informations in the statement of affairs is used to prepare the balance sheet only. We are going to use it. So this is the methodology to find out the balance sheet of the problems. First, let us move to the illustration number 17. I'll explain the things, what are the things available in the question. First, from the following details of Abdul, who maintains an incomplete record, prepares a trading profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March and a balance sheet as on date. This is the available information. From this available information, we are going to prepare the trading profit and loss and balance sheet. Before going to the problem, first make an analysis. First 3, we have to see whether credit sales is given. First read the question first. They have given stock, debtors, cash, furniture, creditors. All these informations are, first information is closing and second information is this is opening information, sorry. and this is the closing information. And next thing is other details they are given. Drawings can be used, it's used in the balance sheet under the liability side. Discount received, they have said discount received, where will use it means we'll use it in the sundry debtors account under the credit side, and discount allowed sundry creditors account under the debit side. Again we'll use this discount received in one way, that is in profit and loss account under the credit side. We'll use it. Discount allowed will use in the profit and loss account under debit side. Even though we'll use it in the total debtors and total creditors account, the same information we'll use it in the profit and loss account if required. So cash paid to creditors, so it is comes under the creditors account under the debit side. One easy method is there, that is we are going to find the total debtors means opposite credit side. Total creditors account means opposite debit side. This is side. Don't get confused. The first one is the account, second is the side, credit side, debit side. See, it's a cash paid to creditors. It is creditors account under the debit side. Opposite things we can to make it easy. அதாவது நம்ம அக்கவுண்ட் என்ன ஓபன் பண்றோமோ அதுல ஆப்போசிட் சைடுல அக்கவுண்ட் மற்ற விஷயத்துங்களை இங்க வந்து டிஸ்கவுண்ட் ரிசீவ்டுன்றது வந்து டேட்டாஸ் அக்கவுண்ட்ல ஆப்போசிட்டா சொல்லணும்னா கிரெடிட் சைடு. இங்க வந்து நம்ம சொல்லும் போது சன்ரி கிரெடிட்டாஸ் அக்கவுண்ட் ஆப்போசிட்ல டெபிட் சைடு. இங்க வந்து கிரெடிட்டாஸ் அக்கவுண்ட்ல அண்டர் த டெபிட் சைடு. ஈஸியா ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு. நெக்ஸ்ட் கம்ஸ் யோர் cash received. Cash received for debtors 5,35,000. Sundry expenses capital as on 1st April. Cash received from debtors, again total debtors account opposite credit side. And sundry expenses will not use it in that, but will use it in the profit and loss account under debit side. This is common information. Next is the capital as on 1/4/2017 they have given. As already said that opening capital only is used for preparing the balance sheet. So the one information is known for us, that is opening information is given, it is 2,35,000. This will use it in the balance sheet under capital. Then both the information is given. From opening capital is given, closing capital, no need to find this opening capital because the question itself the answer is given, so it is not necessary to open the opening capital. Next part I said closing informations are used to prepare the balance sheet. What is that closing informations? These are the closing informations. See here, 1/4/2017 is the opening information. With this, no need to calculate this opening capital because the answer is given 2,35,000. Just to confuse you, they have given this statement, but the answer is given. But this is only your closing information. I said these informations are used for the balance sheet, to prepare the balance sheet. Cash, something is there, no? The drawings. So all this information, this amount only is used for the preparations of the balance sheet. Once again, I will say that both these informations will use opening capital. The information is given, so no need to find out the statement of affairs for the opening capital. These closing informations are used for the preparations of balance sheet. மறந்து போய் கூட இந்த சைட பாத்திர கூடாது. That is 1/4 பார்த்து ஆன்சர் எழுத கூடாது. பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்ல பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணும்போது 31/3/2018 குள்ள அமௌண்ட் தான் எழுதணும். Because reason is that the information for 31/3 will be the opening balances for the next year. Usually we'll prepare this balance sheet at the end of the year only, we'll prepare it. So we'll take these informations only. Let's move on to the problem. First we are going to find out the total creditors account and total debtors account. With the total debtors account, we can able to find out the credit sales, I said. First we have allocated the things. What are the things available in that? Just look into the problem. That is total debtors account. See, opening information is there. The total debtors account will start in the since it is a debtors, it's aside. The opening balance will start under the debit side only. That is to balance brought down 2,50,000. Where does this 2,50,000 appears? It appears in the, just look into the question. The sundry debtors, the amount is given it as here 2,50,000 and 3,50,000. Opening 1,4 is a opening, so we have taken this, that is 2,50,000. Just look into this only, we have taken as the opening. Then what about the closing? Sundry debtors closing amounted to rupees 3,50,000. This is your closing information. Next, cash received. Cash received, it is 5 lakh. That it is a 5,35,000. Cash received from debtors they have given here. No, see, we have transferred this amount. So opening is there, closing is there. Opening amount we have taken from the opening 1,4. Closing we have taken from 31,3. Cash received is 5,35,000. Next, other is discount allowed. Will write it here 25,000, and your remaining balance is 6,60,000. This will be your balancing figure. Our balancing figure is to sales account credit sale. This information is the credit sales. So we have found out the first information, that is how to find out the credit sales. Next we'll move on to finding out the credit purchases. So we are going to find out the total debtors account. Total debtors account is opening. It starts with only by balance brought down. Where does this brought down appears means, just look into the question. This brought down here sundry creditors, the amount is given, and here amount is sundry creditors, amount is 1,50,000 is there, 1,75,000. 1,50,000 only it's your opening. 1,75,000 is your closing. Just look here. 1,50,000 is your opening and 1,75,000 is the closing. Opening comes under credit side, closing comes under debit side. This is the available information. With this we are going to transfer it. Just we are going to see the total creditors account. See here, opening balance is given, closing balance is given, and by other information, just looking to the debit side, more information should be on the debit side only for creditors. Cash paid 4,50,000, discount received is 20,000. So your balances will be, your balance under the credit side, balances under the credit side is only this will be your balancing figure, that is 4,95,000. So we have found out the second information, that is credit purchases. So we got all these informations. Credit sales we got, credit purchases we have got, and opening capital are given in the question. Now we are going to prepare the trading profit and loss and the balance sheet. Trading account will start only with the opening capital will start. Opening capital here refers to, just look into the question, where does this opening capital appears? This opening capital appears stock. Opening stock is given. So first informations, 1 lakh will be your opening stock and 50,000 will be your closing. Opening, closing. Opening stock, this is closing stock is this. 1 lakh is your opening stock and closing stock will be your 50,000. Next, other informations in the trading account refers to opening we have found out, closing we have found out. Next we'll move on to what are the other informations available. Just look into opening stock, purchases. Purchases is we have given the 4,95,000. We have only found out the credit purchases. The amount only 4,95,000 is your thing. Next comes your sales. Sales amount is nothing but the credit sales. If they have given the cash sales also, then we have to add it and write it both credit and the cash sales. In the exercise, we are going to apply both cash and the credit sales. Here they are going to apply only the credit sales only. This information is only for credit informations. Credit informations only. This is only a credit information. So with this we are able to find out the gross profit. Gross profit comes around 1,50,000. Next we will move on to the profit and loss account. We will transfer the gross profit and the gross profit amounted will transfer 1,50,000. Next we will come on to the debit side. Discount allowed 25,000. Sundry expenses 30,000. Discount received comes under the credit side, I already said. And your net profit transfer to capital account, it is 80,000. With this we have found out the net profit. Next we will move on to the balance sheet, which is very important. That is, to start over the balance sheet, we always start with capital. This capital is nothing but the opening capital. It's already given in the question. It is 2,35,000. You add your net profit. Drawings information is there as drawings 40,000. So 2,75,000. Next is your sundry creditors they have given. Sundry creditors is nothing but the 1,75,000. Just look into the question. Where does this 1,75,000 appears? In the question, 1,75,000 sundry creditors, it's given 1,75,000. Just look into, we have taken only this information to prepare the balance sheet. All these informations are used to prepare the balance sheets. 1,75,000 it is used here. So 1,75,000 we'll use it in the to prepare the balance sheet, and other informations also to prepare the balance sheet. Just look into cash, furniture will use only the closing information. Stock 50,000, debtors 3,50,000 is the available information. So with this we are going to tally 4,50,000 and 4,50,000. One thing we have to keep it in mind, as to prepare the balance sheet, we are going to use only the closing information. And this side, liability side, sundry creditors 1,75,000. This is also closing information. And cash, closing information again, furniture closing, stock closing. Here stock refers to closing stock only, and debtors. So 4,50,000, 4,00,000. So with the available information, we have found out the balance sheet. Next, we'll move on to the problem number 17 in the exercise. The same thing we have to keep it in mind. For the problem number 17, three things you have to keep it in mind. That is your credit sales, credit purchases, and opening capital. In this question, the same methodology we are going to apply in the problem number 17. From the following details of a Rakesh prepared trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet for the year under 31st March as on date. So two information is given, 31/3/2018 and 31/3/2019. 31/3/2018, don't get confused. It is nothing but the 1/4/2018. This is a hidden information. Just to confuse you, they have given the date. Don't think that since it is a 31/3, it is a closing balance. 31/3 இருக்கிறதுனால அது closing நினைச்சுக்க கூடாது. 31/3/2018 ன்றது 1/4/2018 ஓட opening balance. அதனால தான் இப்படி கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So 1/4. But to present the answer, you have to write only the 31/3/2018. So these informations, first information is your opening, second information is your closing. First read the questions fully. Whether we have to find the credit sales, credit purchases, opening capital. If the information is given, no need to find. If not given, you are going to prepare it. So first read the informations. What are the informations given? Opening capital they have given, I think, and stock on goods. Opening stock on goods nothing but opening stock 2,20,000 and 1,60,000 is a closing stock. Opening and closing stock. Next data opening is 5,30,000, 6,40,000. Opening, closing, again this 6,40,000 is used in the balance sheet, keep it in mind. And cash at bank 60 and 60,000 and 10,000. This 10,000 is used in the balance sheet. And machinery 80,000, 80,000. Again it's used in the balance sheet under the asset side 80,000. Sundry creditors 3,70,000 and 4,20,000. This is your sundry creditors. Opening is the 3,70,000 and closing is the 4,20,000. Again this 4,20,000 is used in the balance sheet. This is the question. So other details, they have given rent paid. Rent paid is used in the profit and loss account under debit side. Discount received and discount allowed. Discount received, profit and loss account under the credit side. Again discount received and will use in the account debtors and both these are used in the debtors and the creditors account. Discount allowed, again profit and loss account under the debit side. Cash paid to creditors, it's nothing but creditors account under the debit side. Cash received from debtors, again will use in the debtors account. Drawings under the liability side. Cash sales they have given. So cash sales cannot be used in the total debtors or total creditors, because total debtors will find only the credit sales, but here cash sales is given. But one information is known, that cash plus credit is equal to total sales. So this total sales is used in the trading account under credit side. We'll use this information. Capital as on 1/4 the information is given. It's nothing but the opening capital. This opening capital is used in the balance sheet. Will use this informations under the liability side. This is the available informations. So with this available informations, we are going to prepare the trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. First, before again I'll repeat it, what are the things you have to keep it in mind while doing the problem. First we have to prepare the total debtors account, total creditors account. These two informations are more important. First we'll prepare the total debtors account. This is the exercise problem number 17. We are going to do. We are going to prepare the total debtors account. Just look into the question. This is the informations available. Debtors amount here, it is a debtors amount. Debtors amounted to opening balances. So to balance drawdown, the amount is rupees 5,30,000. Just look into the question while I write that answer. Next is your by cash, that is received from debtors. They said no, that is only your cash account. The cash is amounted to 12,50,000. Next, why? Discount allowed only will use for the debtors account, that is 25,000. Next is your closing balance. So why balance carried down, that is 6,40,000. This is your available information. Usually your credit side is higher in this problem. So total 9,15,000. So 9,15,000 in the debit side also. Your balance is 13,85,000. This is nothing but your 2 sales. What sales it is? It is a credit sales. This is your balancing figure. Keep it in mind, it's only a credit sales. Next, we are going to prepare the total creditors account. You know how to present this problem. You have to use both the side of the page of your accountancy sheet. That is, creditors balance comes only under the credit side. So, balance brought down and 3,70,000. Next, to cash, that is received from creditors to cash account. Keep it in mind, you have to end all the thing by account. 11 lakh and 2 discount received comes around 35,000. This is this thing. So your closing balance comes around, so to balance carry down, this is your closing, it's amounted to 4,20,000. Naturally your debit side is more, I think, so 15,55,000 is the amount. With this we are going to tally with the credit side, 15,55,000. So your balance comes around 11,85,000. This is nothing but your buy purchases. What purchases? It is a credit purchases. This is your balancing figure. You have to write as a balancing figure and a credit purchase. So these two informations we have found out. One is the credit sales and the credit purchases. Next, we'll move on to preparing the trading profit and loss, because opening capital is given in the question. So we are moving for an trading account. So preparations of a trading account, we are moving in. Trading account, you know how to write the heading, trading and profit and loss account for the year ended. For the year ended, date is there. You have to 31/3/2019. Keep it in mind. Here it's a date is there. Closing date only we have to write it, because we are going to prepare the balance sheet at the end of the year. So you have to be more careful with the date, 31/3/2018. We are going to prepare the trading account. We'll start with 2. Opening stock. This opening stock is nothing but the information given in the first column, that is 2,20,000. 2,20,000. So 2 purchases. Here I have found out it is 11 lakh. Here it is 11,85,000. So purchases, credit purchases only we have transferred. There is no cash purchases. So you are transferring only the credit only. Here next is buy sales. You have to be more careful by sales account. You have to be more careful because cash sales is given. Cash sales is given in the question. So cash is sales is 20,000. Cash sales is 20,000 and credit sales. This is cash sales, this is credit sales. Since I don't have a space, I am writing it here 13,85,000. 20,000. Actually, you will present it in the accountancy note in the inner column. 20,000 plus 13,85,000. Total, you will write it in the outer column. And by closing stock. Closing stock. This information is in the. Just look into stock of goods is there, no? 1,60,000 is your closing stock. So I think we have made all the adjustment. Your total comes around credit side 15,65,000. With this, we are going to tally in the debit side amount. So your remaining balance will be, definitely it's going to be a gross profit. Gross profit account, that is 1,60,000. You know how to write this? Bracket, you have to, in bracket, we will write it as in transfer to profit and loss account. This is the available information. And next, we are going to prepare the profit and loss account for the year. Profit and loss account will start with by gross profit account. Gross profit amounted to 1,60,000 under the credit side. Next, discount receipt. First, we'll make an credit side entry. It is discrete account. Don't forget to write it. It is so 35 by discount receipt. Sorry, gross profit transferred. We have to write gross profit brought down. This is the information. Discount received only. It's not then account. Discount received only. And in the debit side, we'll write it as an to rent. The amounted to 1,20,000. And 2, discount allowed, will write it under the debit side. Discount allowed, it is 25,000. And these are the available informations. With this, we are going to find out the net profit for the year. Your credit side total is high with 1,95,000. And tally with the debit side 1,95,000. So 2, net profit, in bracket you will write it as transfer to capital account, will write it, and your net profit comes around 50,000. This is your net profit amount. Next, we'll find out the balance sheet. So we have to write the heading balance sheet. For the, if the name of the company is given, you have to write it. If not, for the year ended 31/3/2019. Keep it in mind. Don't write it as an 18. If it's going to be 18, your problem is going to be entirely wrong. At the end of the year only, you are going to prepare it. First, we'll start with the liabilities, the capital. This capital is nothing but the opening capital, 5,20,000. And add net profit. You know, you should not use the symbol. You have to write only ADD for the addition. So it is 50,000. And this should be in the inner column, and 5 lakh 70 should be in the outer column. Other information, sundry creditors. This sundry creditors is just looking to, we are going to write only this information, closing informations. We are going to write 4 lakh 20,000. We are going to make it, and under the asset side, this is your liability side and this is your asset side. First is the debtors amount. We are going to transfer. Debtors just looking to 5 lakh 30 is there, 6 lakh 40. We are going to transfer only the 6 lakh 40 because closing informations only we are going to transfer. And cash and bank. Is it not? Yes. Cash at bank. It is 10,000. Cash at bank and machinery. Closing information both are 80,000. So we are going to transfer 80,000. If not, we are going to see only the closing informations. So at the end, we are going to write the closing stock. Closing stock, it is 1,60,000. We are going to transfer. Just see whether the balance sheet is going to, it's going to transfer it or not. Just we'll add this balance sheet, whether it's going to be tallied or not. Capital 5 lakh 20 plus net profits of total comes around 5 lakh 70. Creditors 4 lakh 20. So your total comes around. So we have another thing, that is drawings is there. We didn't make a drawings. So just we made a mistake. That is, before adding the net profit, we have to calculate drawings. So your information is 5 lakh 70 and minus your drawing is there. Drawing information we didn't calculate it. So drawings comes around 1 lakh. So in the outer column you will write it as 4 lakh 70,000 in the outer column. Next we have to write it as sundry creditors. Sundry creditors is 4 lakh 20,000. Now we shall add it. So 4 lakh 70 plus 20, it comes around 8 lakh 90,000, I think, in the liability side. And in the asset side also, I think it will tally. So total comes around your total is 8 lakh 90,000 in the asset side. So this is the methodology to do the problem. First I'll explain the problem once again. First we have found out the total debtors account opening with the closing balance. We have found out the credit sales. With the total creditors account, we have found out the credit purchases. Trading profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/2019, not 18, it's 19. Closing informations only used. And purchases, we have used only the credit purchases. But here sales, the cash sales is given. We are going to add both the two and we are going to make the cash sales. Next is the rent discount allowed. With this we have found out the net profit. Balance sheet, which is more important, don't get confused. This capital is used as an opening capital. The information is given in the question. Questionல கொடுக்கலனா தான் நம்ம வந்து statement of affairs போட்டு capital கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். கொடுத்துட்டாங்கன்னா அந்த amount அப்படியே எழுதிடலாம். So net profit minus your drawings, you will get an amount. Sundry creditors, debtors, all these informations are closing information. Just look into the question. We have made it 6 lakh 40, 10,000, 80,000, 1 lakh 60. All these are closing information. With this, we have tallied the sum with the 8,90,000. I think you would have been understand this problem more clear. While presenting in the accountancy note, you have to use both the side of the sheet to present this problem neatly. First you make a note and then start doing the problem. What are the things to be find it out? Next you read the question and then start the problem. After doing this exercise problem, then you can move on to the illustration sum so that you can able to do it clearly. First start the exercise problem first, next move on to the illustration